Hi there folks, welcome back to Rich Review. So my latest film for you guys here happens to be Tesla. This is written and directed by Michael Moredia, who happened to be responsible for a 2000 film Hamlet, which is a modern retelling of Hamlet that starred Ethan Hawke, Cyberline, which also starred Ethan Hawke, and Marjorie Prime, which came out a couple of years ago. And this is about Nikola Tesla, who's been experiencing some sort of renaissance for the past so many years, which is amazing considering that this guy died penniless in the 1940s in a hotel room. And if you never saw the American Experience episode about Nikola Tesla, I would highly recommend that you watch that. And again, I didn't see the current war that apparently had Nikola sold as Nikola Tesla. I did, however, see the Prestige that happened to star David Bowie as the famed inventor. Now, one of the more interesting choices that this film makes, and if you think to yourself that these choices are interesting, congratulations. I was just sort of scratching my head thinking, why were these choices made? Okay, so Nikola Tesla, if you read about him, was known for boundless enthusiasm, was sort of pushed around by other people, J.P. Morgan, George Westinghouse, among others, and of course Thomas Edison. Here apparently played by Kyle MacLachlan, who I guess that the one thing about Thomas Edison that Kyle MacLachlan gets right is he was like, I'm a doer, I'm a mover, I'm a shaker, even though he's a fake it till he make it type of person. J.P. Morgan's daughter Anna, who was played by the girl who was in Robin Hood. Apparently I didn't see that film for thankfully many reasons. She happens to narration for this film like it's a documentary, and her narration is just endless, and I don't feel like I needed that. I'd be told this through scenes than being told about it. And at least in one scene she's like, oh yes, she whips out her laptop, and I guess in breaking the fourth wall, and says, here's how many photos there are on Google of Thomas Edison. Here's how many photos there are of Nikola Tesla. Here's how many photos of George Westinghouse there are. How much my dad paid for these two magnificent 19th century paintings, such as that. I think the one thing we come to learn is, yes, Nikola Tesla was sort of a futurist and visionary that never got his due. But of course, there are too many scenes, anachronistic scenes of like, oh yeah, Anna says at a couple of points, oh yeah, these scenes never happened. Ice cream fight with Thomas Edison, that definitely didn't happen in real life. I would get that. A meeting at the Chicago's World Fair, I know that didn't happen. But of course, at the end of that scene, Edison whips out a smartphone. Isn't that hilarious? Probably Tesla was an Android man himself, Also get the stuff involving him with Niagara Falls. But of course, instead of, say, them shooting actually at Niagara Falls, they do it at backdrop. Again, even the Doctor Who episode went to Niagara Falls of Tesla. Also sadly go into the early botched execution of William Kemmler, who murdered his wife. And it took at least 2 attempts for them to electrocute him. And after his execution, George Westinghouse was sort of like, well, it was better if we used an axe on him. I never fully still ever got anything out of the current war itself. Okay, yes, we use alternating current, but a little more thought would have at least been trying to explain. There was a film about that. No one saw that film. And also at the end of the film, we have the Nikola Tesla character singing the Tears for Fears, everybody wants to rule the world. Maybe that's ironic, considering that maybe if he had lived long enough, he had ruled the world in some way. So in the end, folks, what I'm going to say about Tesla, I'm sadly giving this a Netflix ranking because even though there are some amusing ideas. So folks, Tesla, have you seen this? What did you think? Please put everything in the comment box below here, folks. As always, folks, like, comment, subscribe, and enrich yourself with knowledge. I'm at Michael Rich Reads 2 on Twitter. See you next time, folks. Yes, hooray.